Sunday.
Everybody.
Neither of us have coffee today.
I know, we drank our coffee early.
And then some.
And then some?
I
saw you made like 5 cups this morning.
I made a lot. I was really tempted to make some decaf too before this. And I was like, don't do it. I've had enough.
What's the point?
Because it's going to be noon when we get off the call.
I guess it will be. I got topics.
The call, the live.
The live.
Hey guys.
We have a lot on our list, and then you just we added one yesterday that I didn't write down, but
I just got triggered. So
and you just got triggered and was like, oh my God.
Topic. I'm like, we should discuss this.
So we got to figure out, we got to prioritize. What are we going to push to next week? And just FYI, I have just here's something to think about.
Okay.
The topic we talked about yesterday, what you just brought up, plus what I have here, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I didn't have any notes. You had them all this week.
4, 5. So 7 altogether. 2 of them are not mindset.
Whoa, what?
So we have 5 mindset
We've got
things.
other stuff to talk about.
And 2 things that are
mindset.
one's about adaptation, but it's actually technically that is a mindset thing as well.
Everything is technically mindset.
And then this other one, the last one, is actually about muscle. Why is muscle important? I wanted to go over that. But
all right.
We got a whole bunch of things. Anywho, before we get started,
shout out to Keto Brains.
Keto Brains. These podcasts are not technically brought to you by Keto Brains, but we wouldn't be mentally functioning without Keto Brains.
That's not true, but it is helpful.
It is very helpful. Keto Brains, if you're not familiar, if you're new to the channel, so do they call it a non-dairy creamer? Because technically it has a small amount of milk of casein, right? But it's so minute.
It's a derivative of casein.
It's a derivative, right?
One of the other ingredients.
Right, so it's not like casein's been added, but one of the other ingredients comes from casein. So technically it is not 100% dairy-free, but most people, if you have a dairy intolerance or dairy issue, don't have an issue with it. You can still try it. So that being said, it's amazing. I love it. You love it. Everybody that's tried it, every winner of our weekly giveaway, which is why we're talking about this, if you have a high level of engagement with this episode, then you have a chance of getting
a free bag, which is like a $50 value.
Something like that, like $40 plus shipping, yeah. Anywho,
$40
you can ask anybody that's in the chat.
It's $40 with our discount.
With our discount, we have a 20% discount.
And if you want to get your own Keto Brains, we have a 20% discount.
Yep.
Keto Rehab is the code.
Go to Keto Brains, order, put Keto Rehab in the code, and you'll get 20% off. And I was going to say, you can ask anybody in the chat that has it or has tried it. They love it. It's amazing. Go get you some. That being said, we want to thank everybody that showed up yesterday to our little meetup.
Yes!
I will say that in case you all were wondering, I'm dating a cornhole ringer. Okay.
I won the game.
We were playing this cornhole yesterday, and she
wrapped it up for us.
She wrapped it up. She pulled it in. We needed 3 points, and she got it. And we won. Way to go.
I waited until like the last few rounds to get any points, and then it was just all 3-pointers. Swish.
She found her groove. What's that movie? Is it Gina? No. Got her groove back with
Stella.
Stella got her groove back, yeah.
Different kind of groove.
I'm going to start calling you Stella. She was bluffing us.
Shout out to Juliana for bringing the cornhole. It was fun. I'm glad we got up to move because we ate a lot.
We had a lot of food. What did we have? We had
homemade pork rinds.
Homemade pork rinds from Karen,
which were probably my favorite thing the whole day.
Really?
I just kept going back for more.
No, Donna's
the
cheeseburger
casserole, which I stayed away from because of the cheese.
Bomb. That was bomb. So we had pork rinds, cheeseburger casserole,
wings,
pulled pork, wings, brisket, tri-tips.
Brisket from Mission Barbecue, which was my other favorite.
Yep.
The tri-tip was
And
really good
shrimp
too.
and a Reuben
Shrimp
casserole.
and Reuben casserole from Karen. We had
that
some
was
pork
everything.
and goods, strawberry pork rinds,
yep.
strawberry short
And we
make.
brought other stuff that we didn't even need to
didn't
open
even
and cook. Like
open.
we had a whole bunch of stuff ready to grill in case.
If we needed
But
it.
there was
so
plenty of
much
food.
leftovers,
Yeah.
sparkling flavored waters. It was a
It was
good
good.
time.
Good times. And conversation and getting to catch up with people.
I was still full this morning.
Really? I went to bed last night being like, oh my God,
I was
this is going
still
to be
full
rough.
last night.
Yeah.
Yep. Luckily, I slept very
we both
well.
slept fantastic.
Now, so keto brains in the morning, kill switch at night.
Oh, we got to talk about Kill Switch. So Kill Switch is something that we were introduced to a month or so now.
Couple months, maybe.
Couple months. We tested it out. It is a sleep aid that
Hot chocolate, basically.
we got a code. You got a code, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's on your link tree?
I replaced Linktree with.
Do we need to give me the new link? Because I have your link tree in.
Oh yeah, I
all
need
the
to give you the new one.
descriptions.
It's Coach Nat's favorites on my website now, where I have all of my partner brands with all of my codes and links, and Kill Switch is on there.
Okay. So Kill Switch is a powder. It's like a hot chocolate mix that has magnesium. It's got
GABA, L-theanine,
and what's
and
the
tart cherry, and magnesium.
and magnesium. So for
It
me,
has all of the key players that when it comes
To
to
help you
calming down. And
it works for you like crazy.
Oh my God, amazing.
For me, it was about 50-50. There were some times I took it that I was like, holy crap, that I was knocked out. And then other times where I didn't seem to see like it did anything. So that could be an individual. There
You
might be
should try
times
it
where I
again
need
when
more.
you're feeling the need for something.
Yeah.
See if it helps.
So
Because y'all, and for my ladies who struggle with sleep around your cycle or because of perimenopause, let me tell you, it is always before my cycle's about to start where I have a few nights to maybe up to a week of really bad sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And that started happening this week. I was waiting for my Kill Switch. I had just bought 2 containers of it.
let me get it. So we can
Yeah.
Looks like.
And it came in like on night 4 after 3 nights of really bad sleep. And I woke up, first of all, I woke up so easy without my alarm. I woke up and was like, I don't remember one single waking moment of eye open during the sleep. It was the most amazing night of sleep.
Kill Switch. Their logo, their tagline is "Sleep like you're dead."
There's 0 sugar.
Yep.
It's sweetened with monk fruit or stevia. Stevia. Calcium, magnesium, the cocoa theobroma
How much
cacao
magnesium?
powder,
60 grams. So not a
60
lot of
grams.
magnesium.
and it's glycinate.
And it's glycinate. Somebody asked, can you take magnesium with it? Absolutely. If you want, like, just
have
remember,
certain levels.
thinking about your overall day. So a little story of my own personal experience of magnesium. There was a period of time where I was really having a hard time sleeping. And I upped my magnesium for several months.
And you didn't make the connection until later.
It knocked me out. Like, it was fantastic. It was awesome. And then I started being like, why am I pooping all the time? And it took me a while to figure out, oh, wait a second. Not just the magnesium that I was taking, but I drink 5 to 7 elements every day.
At that time you were drinking.
I was doing
how
8 or
much?
more actually at that time. I was doing a lot. So it was the total amount of magnesium that I was getting a day plus adding 300 or 400 milligrams at night. My body was just like, hey, you're getting more than you need. And that's where all the crappiness was coming from. So when I cut that back, the crappiness went away. But then I decided to just cut out the extra magnesium altogether, and it's been fine ever since. So there was some imbalance that I must have had or deficiency. Something was going on where I needed that period of time of the extra magnesium.
And maybe it just got your levels up.
And then now I've been fine ever since. So
Well,
this
I think
has helped
also
about 50-50 for me. I did it for a couple days. It was good. Then a couple days I didn't notice a difference. So
an ingredient in here you don't always see in all sleep
tart
supplements.
cherry.
Well,
And GABA.
usually the tart cherry you might find in a pre-workout or a recovery type of supplement. But the GABA, which is gamma aminobutyric acid, it's a
I'm glad
precursor
you remember that.
to melatonin. And for a while there, I had a GABA powder like years ago, and then I actually gave it to my mother.
That's a funny word, GABA. GABA
Because she still has always struggled with sleep. So, can extra magnesium be taken?
That was the
question about. Okay,
question.
got it. Yeah. So this is my baby. What I've been doing with it lately, I make a little mini dessert with about an ounce of yogurt. I have the coconut Colt chocolate mousse yogurt, which is high probiotic, natural. And then I have Culina, which is another coconut yogurt. So I'll do about half an ounce of each. So it's just 1 ounce of yogurt with a scoop of this. This thickens up. And then I'll add a few grams of Equip mint chocolate. And I make that as like a little dessert. About an hour before bed. It's like the last thing I eat.
Which is probably better than the way I was just doing it as like a hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. I liked it as a hot chocolate too. I would do same thing, a little bit of Equip.
To get a little bit more chocolatey.
Maybe
It's pretty chocolatey, but
it's not super sweet though, and that's a good thing about it, is that it's not one of these supplements where you can it tastes like it's all sweetener. I don't like it when they're too sweet. So that's enough of that. Bookending our day with our brain
what do we want to
supplement.
do? We want to talk about this thing? Like, do you want to jump right into your being triggered this morning?
Sure.
Your hair looks really good. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I don't even know how do you even, what triggered you? Let's start there maybe.
Okay, yes. So I saw a post.
Person to be, not to be identified.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
A coach. Just say a coach. And I see a lot of this coach's stuff, and it's like a lot of railing against, and I get it, railing against the diet culture, especially from our generation of 80s, 90s, early 2000s of it wasn't even just back then, but it was just like, I mean, back then there's a lot of things that were wrong with the way we did things. Calories, like all the calories in, calories out, right? And punishing your body and all of that, right? So I get it. I get railing against that. But I see a lot of, and it's not just her, but it's just this was the trigger, right? The trigger is all the stuff I see about how tracking macros is bad and it's obsessive and
should only be intuitive and
this whole like we shouldn't be focused on aesthetics and we shouldn't be focused on trying to change our bodies, and so everything we do in health should only be about health and it shouldn't be about physique, aesthetics. We shouldn't look at our bodies a certain way. We shouldn't be trying to change our bodies. We shouldn't be working out to improve the way our body looks. We should accept the belly fat, ladies, as we get older, that this is a part of life at this menopausal stage, and we should love the fat on our bodies and we should just love ourselves as we are. And at the same time, I see the same person still to this day having the biggest struggle with accepting her own body as it is, and that she can't stand to look at her body. She can't stand to look at pictures of herself, and it's just this whole like, but the message is, but we have to find a way to love our bodies that way, because we shouldn't be changing them.
And it's conflicting, and there is nuance and context as always. If we go through a single video and we don't talk about nuance and context, then you know we've been replaced by body snatchers, right? So this is one of those things where I think we can, both can be right.
Right. Yes.
And it doesn't have to be, like Gary says, it's not always and or. It's not always or, but and. So there can be an and.
Here's the statement I made to Bronson that I said, we had to talk about this today. It's not body dysmorphia if you are fat, if you do have body fat, if you have excessive body fat, if you have a hanging belly, if you have a spare tire, if you have these things that you're looking at that you don't like, it is okay to want to change that.
Yeah.
If you didn't like that you did not have enough knowledge about your industry in your career, it would be okay, perfectly okay, to go take a course, get some higher education to become more intelligent. We don't tell ourselves that we have to remain stupid and we have to accept our stupidity. We're totally okay with expanding our knowledge, with becoming more intelligent, to bettering ourselves when it comes to education, intellect, and all of these other things. But when it comes to our body, we're not allowed to lose body fat. We're not allowed to want to put on muscle. We're not allowed to want to change what we see in the mirror. And we call that body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
That is not body dysmorphia. You have let yourself go. And you're seeing it, and it is in front of your face, and it's making you uncomfortable, as it should. We need to see that, hey, when I'm uncomfortable with something, if something is bothering me, if I'm not happy with something in my life, it's trying to get my attention for a reason. And it is okay to want to change it, even if it's the way we look. Grr! It just burns me up. It burns me up inside.
Aesthetics, let's see if I can make this into one statement.
Okay.
That's probably not possible, but I'm going to try. Aesthetics can be just as effective a motivator as health.
It can be
the issue comes in the application of the changes you make in your life only being focused on aesthetics.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we have a lot of reasons. We've talked about there are many things that can motivate you to make a change. Understanding the bigger context of how those changes affect your whole life is where the application of this motivation comes into play. So I have changed my diet and my routine because I'm trying to change my aesthetics for Mexico. But I'm not doing it in such a way that I am now harming my health or harming my relationship with food, or harming my relationship with Nat, or I'm not doing things that are going to cause a detriment to my overall quality of life in order to achieve that goal. I'm trying to make decisions that actually work synergistically in concert with all of the other aspects of my life to improve my aesthetics without making other things worse. So the dysmorphia, the disordered eating, the unhealthy relationship with food, the stress, all of the things that are happening negatively in your life because you're applying your change to a specific motivation without looking at the greater context is where the problem comes in.
Yes. It's when they lump everything together, that's the problem, right? It's tracking macros is bad.
Right.
Because you're now obsessing. Okay, let's take this and consider for a moment. It might be obsessive if you cannot handle a day with 1 gram off of your macros. I would call that obsessive. But if you refuse to look at the quantities of what you're eating because you're calling that obsessive while you are putting on body fat and getting less healthy in the process, it is that you are avoiding the thing you need to see about what you might be doing wrong.
Well,
it's not all the same. It's not because you want to lose body fat, now all of a sudden everything you're doing in that regard is wrong.
Correct.
Right, and then it's all throwing health. It's not throwing health out the window. As Bronson said, you can have both.
Right. The challenge comes in.
You don't have to only focus on your health or only focus on aesthetics.
Right, it's the and. You can do both. And I love that thing that Gary Vee says, right? We keep working on this R, or it's this or that.
Or that. It's not.
Why can't it be this and that?
Yes.
And that's what we need to understand. It doesn't have to be exclusive. It doesn't have to be extremes. It doesn't have to be one or the other. We need to get, there's the avoidance and the refusal to accept nuance.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's the throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Exactly.
Oh, dieting ruined me in the 80s, so now I can never go on any diet ever again.
Right.
If it has the word diet in it, I have to run away from it. The same coach is petrified of the scale. Hasn't looked at the scale in 30 years. It's like,
only the Sith deal in absolutes.
if we can't and this is the other thing I always talk about, right? If you have to live with padded walls in a straitjacket to be able to stick to your healthy lifestyle, there is a problem there that we need to look at. If you can only do things that are healthy, if you never see the scale number again,
right.
if you never look at a picture of your full body ever again, something's
that's not
missing.
living. You're not living. That's not life. And this is related to, and people have been talking in the comments about the beautiful at any size and healthy at any size and all these trends and things that are going on. And it brings to mind the conversation that I brought up to you a couple of days ago, where I saw a post that somebody about Lizzo.
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole
Yep.
beautiful at any size, healthy at any size, until GLP-1s are out, and now look at how much weight I've lost. Right? It's like, which one is it? Either you're beautiful and healthy at any size, or you feel great and you're beautiful now.
It was a lie. It was always a lie.
Because you've lost 60 pounds.
It was a justification of being where you are because change was hard. And now that something has come along that makes it easy.
Yeah. And we're not knocking GLP-1s. We're talking about the thought process and the concept of, hey, wait a second, what are we really trying to do? And the justification and the unwillingness to accept the reality of what it's going to take to get you where you honestly want to go.
Yes. Do you really love your body as it is? Right. Or are you saying that because now this new anti-diet culture has told you that you have to do that?
Yeah.
That you must accept your body with all of its flaws. And look, there's a difference between God-given flaws and I've put on excess body fat because my lifestyle,
the choices I'm making, right,
has led to this, and I don't want to change my lifestyle to change my body.
Yeah. I'm going to take a little twist of this too, because something I just said triggered myself.
Ooh, you triggered yourself.
I triggered myself. One of the challenges or things that I feel we get wrong as coaches and influencers in this space is saying that, or conveying, not saying, the way we talk about this process. I think many people hear it as you're only out of shape and sick because of the choices you've made and it's all your fault.
They do hear that, yes.
And that is not
it.
100% what we're saying. Is there a portion of that? Absolutely.
Yep.
But that portion works on a spectrum based on the knowledge and awareness you have of what it's going to be and what it takes and why it's there. So somebody who's never listened to any health content, who's just living their life, doing what they've been told as they grew up and following whatever, and they're sick and they're taking medications and they're unhealthy and they're overweight and they feel like crap and they're tired and they're weak and they can't do anything and they have to say no to all of it. Like, they're living in this box. They don't have any knowledge. They've never been shown that there is something else out there. It's not their fault. We can't yet say, this is your choice.
Right.
Because they don't know.
Yeah, that you did this to yourself.
Right now, physically yes, they did this to themselves.
Yes.
But they don't know they did this to themselves.
Right.
So it's not a conscious decision. There is no challenge of accepting reality because they don't know it exists.
Yes.
So,
well, and that's where the defensive comes from, right?
Correct.
Because it's like, how can you say I did this to myself? I wouldn't choose this for myself, right?
Exactly.
Well, you didn't. You didn't choose it. And it's always going to be hard to hear
that
I
you still
did it.
have to change it. And that's the challenge.
That's the hard
You
part.
didn't choose it, but once you know, you are the only one that can change it.
And it's liberating.
Right? And that it's liberating and scary.
At the same time, so scary
Yeah.
to realize, well, the responsibility is on me. And that was the title of my first low carb cruise talk was, it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility.
Did we write down what our...
We didn't.
We had like 3 weeks ago, we had an idea for what we were going to do.
And we have to watch the whole
We were
thing
told,
back.
we said we had to go back and we got to do this one. I like this too. That could be
Okay.
the title. You didn't choose it, but you
But
have
you
to,
can change
but you
it.
can change it.
Yes. Okay, write it down now.
I don't have
You have your iPad, your tablet, your Android tablet. Did you see the side eye?
There will never be an apple in my hand.
Yes, there has.
Fruit, not an
there
apple bottom.
We were just talking about apple bottom jeans this morning.
Do I actually have a note in here already? Let me see if I have notes. Presentation. I don't have presentation ideas in here.
Just write it in the coffee chat for now.
Oh, good idea.
Because you know we're going to look at that every week.
What is that?
Cruise talk idea.
You didn't choose it, but you can change it. Okay.
It is now written down. Yay. Okay.
So so we don't want anyone to think that we are being judgmental or condescending or coming down on anyone, and I hope if that's ever come across in anything we've said that you don't take it that way, and that keep in mind when you're talking to other people, when you're sharing, and this is where I would say a very high percentage of the resistance that you get when you talk to your family and friends is coming from, is you're talking to them about, oh, it's this simple lifestyle change, whatever. All you got to do is change what you're doing. The initial response to that is, well, what I've been doing is wrong. I'm stupid. You're saying that I don't know anything,
Yes,
blah, blah, blah.
they take offense
That's where the
as if
resistance
it's a
comes from.
personal attack.
So
yes.
being aware and being sympathetic to the idea that if they don't know, it's not their fault, right? So giving them the choice and educating is usually better than trying to get people to change. Information then creates the opportunity for the choice.
I love that. Yep.
So
Yep.
educate and be the example. Don't try to force people. Don't try to change people. Just be the example and show what's possible. You being the living example of the reality that is possible is what gives them the opportunity to choose that for themselves.
That, you just reminded me of early on in my journey because for me it was all about what I learned that led to the changes I made, because once I learned what was in food, I learned what these ingredients were. I never looked at the ingredient label before. It was way before anybody even started talking about carbs and any of that. It was like, it was never about that. It was about, oh my God, look what's in food. Look what I'm putting in my body. And then I started going down the rabbit hole of learning paleo and I remember going to dinner. I mean, it wasn't long before people just would look for what I was going to order. But because I changed my own body, and this goes into the aesthetics piece too. You can get a lot healthier and not change the way your body looks. People can't see that.
Yeah.
They don't see internal health changes.
Just like people that you think are super healthy because of how they look doesn't mean that they've got any more health than you or anybody else.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking as you were saying that, we're talking about weight loss. We're talking about body dysmorphia. We're talking about aesthetics. We could be having the exact same conversation if we were talking about an obsession with being strong. Powerlifters are some unhealthy people. in many ways. They have metabolic markers that are not usually good. You have anybody who is hyper-focused on being the best at anything or having a specifically focused goal that has to change their body somehow. There is almost always a reduction in something else.
Right.
That's what we call sport-specific adaptations. An endurance athlete who's spending all of their time trying to get really good at running or biking or swimming or whatever is usually going to have low muscle mass, is usually going to have a whole bunch of musculoskeletal issues, right? Bad hips, bad knees, bad ankles, whatever else. There's a trade-off that they have made a decision to do because they're focused. A power lifter very likely is going to be strong as hell and fat.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a balance. And anytime you hyper-focus on one thing, like I said earlier, and you don't manage the entire context of your body and quality of life, then you're going to be out of balance, i.e. disordered. Athletes are some of the most disordered people you will ever meet. And they don't look disordered, do they? Just, I mean, that topic is what my whole research thesis and focus is going to be.
That segues into another topic we had today, which was disordered.
Which one is it?
Is keto keeping your eating disorder alive?
We're going deep today. Where did this come from?
This was something you saw or something that got you thinking?
The idea, I forget what it was. Oh, I remember. The video.
Someone else we will not name.
We were watching a video about...
We've seen a few videos.
We've seen a few videos, actually.
Calling out
other influencers and people about being honest in what they're doing.
About straight up lying.
About what they're doing and how
they're actually eating.
Following different diets and doing different things. And it just kind of got me thinking that, you know, in many of these cases, the people that we're seeing getting called out or the people that we're seeing in these conversations tend to promote extreme versions of dietary protocols. It's all of this or it's all of this. There's never that nuance. There's never that context in many cases. And I think something was connecting the dots in my head about looking at the message, the fact that some of them have been called out, and then also the individuals in my experience and what I've seen with them, because I know some of them, and how, they're not healthy. They're not living a lifestyle that I, as someone who's trying to improve and optimize across a broad spectrum, because my life is defined by a broad spectrum. My life is not defined by how skinny I am. My life is not defined by how strong I am. My life is defined by how well I can live it, and those things will need to be adjusted accordingly. And that's how we approach a lot of this. You are a little bit different because you actually have a sport-specific thing, but you still try to manage your quality of life in that.
Yeah, there's a period of time where I'm prepping for a show.
But you're not promoting it's only this forever, and this is what got me where I am, and this is all I'm ever going to need for the rest of my life, and then not living it, but then doing it.
And I've tried lots of different ways of doing it throughout the years.
So the thought process that I was having was, and this is a roundabout way to get to it, because we see this in our clients as well, the idea that if I'm going keto, I think there's two ideas here, that changing my nutrition to keto or carnivore or whatever else is going to fix my relationship with food. The diet is going to fix me. And I think that's one thing we need to potentially talk about.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, whether it's subconscious or conscious, I think mostly it's subconscious, using the new diet, the new way of eating as a way to cover the disorder that you have without acknowledging it.
Yep. 100%.
That
was the big one.
That was the big one. Yeah.
Hold still.
Uh-oh. My eyelashes are falling out. I need to go get them redone. I do not get my eyelashes done. That was a joke.
This is how rumors get started. Yeah. So, well, this was something that I told him recently. A client, a member, so eloquently wrote in her check-in about how tracking was so eye-opening. And this relates to the last topic,
Right.
which was, this whole
tracking is
tracking
triggering.
being disordered. It's like tracking is not disordered. It's just shining a light
Yeah.
on what's actually happening. So if you do have something disordered, you're going to see it when you start tracking.
Oh.
So, and that was her revelation. Her revelation, ADHD here, was, oh my gosh, I thought I had been binge free all this time.
Ooh, yeah.
But I was just binging with carnivore foods, and I didn't call it that.
How often do we see that?
Constantly.
How many people have we worked with
Constantly.
who, just because the choice of the food they choose to binge in, somehow it's not a binge,
Yes.
right? And here's the thing, I caught myself the other day when you told me what happened with Greg and what Greg shared, and they just did a video.
Yeah.
Greg and Rob just did a video on Rob's
Keto
YouTube.
Greg and Keto Savage, Rob Sykes just did a video.
Greg had an incident where he had a day where he just blew it.
Yep.
Now, no bad choices from a food choice perspective. It's all within stuff he normally does every single day. He just quadrupled the amount.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So from a intake, from a control, from a goal choice, from all of the different things, from being reactive to the emotions, whatever it may have been.
Whatever the trigger was, yeah.
He went and he had a binge.
Yep.
When you first told me that, and then you used, I think the phrase you said was something like he went crazy or he had a crazy binge or something like that. And then you told me what he did.
Yeah.
My initial thought was,
That's not too
it
bad.
didn't seem like that bad. Like,
Because of what did he eat?
what did he eat? Like, I'm like, okay, so we went over one day. But then thinking about the context of what he's trying to do, I know he's getting ready for a show. Like,
Literally
there's
a week
other,
out,
right,
one
there's
week
other
out.
things going on in that
Yeah.
context. That was a big deal.
It was a huge deal. Yeah.
And that, his ability to be aware of what happened and not rely on just, well, I did,
Yep.
and not justify, well, it wasn't ice cream, it wasn't milkshakes, it wasn't pizza, it wasn't cake, so what's the big deal? Which we hear all the time. Aren't you proud of me because I did it on this instead of this?
Or
Right?
it could have been, well, I decided to have another refeed day because I thought
You didn't decide. You didn't decide.
this might be good this might be what my body needs. We hear that all the time. Right? No. He fell on his sword. He told his coach the very next morning what happened. He acknowledged 100% that it was an emotional decision. It was based on an emotional response. And he identified all the thoughts. That's a great video to watch, by the way. He was talking about all the thoughts that were happening. And, oh, I justified this. And then I decided to have a protein shake because I somehow thought, well, now my ratio is off. He literally talked. These are the things that people do in their minds. And how many people are following ratios with keto?
Don't
and
even
they
get me started.
justify now,
Don't even get me started.
oh, well, I overate protein, so now I need more
the fat 'cause I
fat
gotta stay
so
in
I
my
can
ratio.
fix my ratio. That's all bullshit, y'all. These are ways that you're lying to yourself
Yeah.
to justify this poor relationship with food. And your comment you made a moment ago about the relationship with food, people, just like the people who are not aware that their lifestyles made them unhealthy and metabolically unhealthy and fat, it's the same concept of people not being aware that they actually have a poor relationship with food in the first place, thinking keto will fix them. They don't even think the words keto is going to fix my relationship with food. They just think I can't control myself around carbs, so keto's the answer.
There's another,
and they don't even realize that that's because you have a poor relationship with food.
Yeah. That goes into the camp of the challenge groupie. We've had that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to some of our other videos. We did a video called Are You a Challenge Groupie? And if it's not a challenge, I can't do it. I need something externally placed on me in order to maintain control of my life.
I need something extreme.
Right.
Yes.
But the other side of the tracking thing, and we have this as a note actually, because this was another experience this week. Tracking is not just something you do to check a box. It's an opportunity for you to connect your actions to your results. If everything you track is followed immediately by a but, you're not developing self-awareness. You're getting better at making excuses. Are you more committed to lying to yourself or seeing the truth?
I remember that. Oh.
Okay. When we talk about tracking is not disordered. But if you're tracking and you're not learning anything from it, you're wasting your time. Tracking isn't something you just do. And we have people that we worked with. Oh, I'm going to be accountable. I'm going to track. What does accountability mean? Okay, accountability isn't about getting in trouble for something.
It's not about checking a box.
Accountability, she's my accountability partner in life. She is there so that if I make a decision that is, or if I'm thinking about making a decision, or I make a decision that potentially could be negative to my life, she's there to make me aware of the potential impact or aware of the connection between what I did and what happened.
Yes.
Accountability is about making someone aware of the potential impact or the impact post facto.
We talk a lot about,
and that's what tracking does.
Signing up for a gym membership, signing up for coaching, signing up for a program, tracking. You're doing these things, doing that thing, just signing up makes you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah.
And so now you feel fine to just stay where you are because it's like,
well,
I did that. Well, I got the gym membership. Well, I'm tracking, right? Tracking is a step in the right direction. But what is it doing for you?
Yeah. Are you tracking because your coach told you need to track?
And now you feel like, oh, look at this. Look what I'm doing. I'm tracking. That's awesome. Tracking is not going to help you make progress if you don't make any changes based on what you're seeing in the data. It's there to shine a light. It's there to hold up a mirror. If every day that you track, you see that you keep making the same mistake over and over and over again, now what?
I just pictured.
Now what are you going to do about that?
Right. I just pictured somebody walking through the house with a flashlight and all the lights off at night. I got the flashlight on. Tracking without looking at what's happening and trying to make the connections is literally like walking around your house at night with a flashlight with your eyes closed.
That's such a good analogy.
That is literally what we're talking about.
That's such a good analogy.
I got the flashlight. How come I keep running into walls?
Yep. Or here's another one.
Yeah.
I have that vacuum cleaner out. I've been planning on vacuuming all week and I haven't done it yet. Let's say, right? Week? And I'm noticing all the things that need to be vacuumed, right? It would be like I walk around with the vacuum.
And never plug it in.
I didn't turn it on. I'm going over everything. I'm still noticing everything, right? Here's tracking. Yep. I'm noticing everything. Oh, but, you know what? But it's okay right now because, oh, you know what? That's okay. I'll leave that there for now because.
But,
well, okay.
It sounds ridiculous, but this is what a lot of people are doing.
That's it. So, are you justifying more than you are learning, taking action?
Oh, there you go. Are you justifying more? Yeah.
And then that's the question was.
I feel like we need to
Are
change
you more
our.
committed to lying to yourself, or are you more committed to the result you want?
Yeah, I feel like I need to change my saying, because I usually say if you're not tracking, you're not trying. But I'm wondering if you're not tracking
You're
and paying attention, you're not
right.
trying. Right?
Yep. Well, it's like the whole, signing up for coaching is great, but now there's work to do.
Ooh.
Getting the gym membership is great, but now you have to go.
Yeah.
Well, tracking is great, but now you have to look at it.
Yep.
And here's what we see. What we see is, here's my macros, my macro goals, my macro targets. Here's what I'm eating that don't look anything like my targets. I'll do better tomorrow. Hey, here's my macro targets and here's my macros and they're not anywhere near. But tomorrow I'll have a plan. I have a plan. Oh, I made my plan for tomorrow.
Great.
Or I meal prepped.
Right.
And then tomorrow,
but
my macros don't look anything like my plan again. Well, what is happening there?
And instead of,
where's the disconnect?
Right. Instead of going, why didn't this happen and what can I do to make it happen tomorrow? It's but this is what happened. Oh,
and
well,
this is why it happened today.
I didn't have any control. And that's another part.
This is why I had to do that today. Right. You never had, and I think about this a lot, actually, y'all. I think about this so much. There's never a reason why you couldn't hit your macros. Never. There's always a way you could have. Let's take yesterday as an example. I chose not to track. I chose not to bring my scale, my food scale with me to the meetup. If I was committed 100% to nailing my macros yesterday, I would have brought that scale.
Easily nailed it.
And I easily could have done it.
Yeah.
I would have made different choices. I would have eaten different amounts. Guess what I did this morning? Because I was going to plug in all my data in my spreadsheet, and it bothered me that I had a day where there was no numbers. So I decided to go back and estimate what I probably ate yesterday. Because I know everything I ate. I just don't know the exact amounts.
Hold on, I got it.
Oh, I don't remember.
If you cannot remember what you ate 24 hours ago,
there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Thank you. The number of times I've said, think really hard. Go through your whole day.
What did you do? And
who were you with?
There's two things wrong with that. Either you are flat out lying to yourself, or you are being so completely oblivious to the choices that you make, it is no wonder you're not getting anywhere.
Oh my gosh, this is going to hit some feels
There is no way that you should not know what you ate 24 hours ago.
Boom. Literally.
Guys, there's no excuse for that.
Literally, I can't tell you how many times.
If you're not trying to make any progress, then eat whatever you want, have a blast. But if you are trying to make a change and you are getting frustrated because you're stuck, or you keep losing the same weight and gaining it back and getting it back, and you can't figure out why your body composition is not tracking.
At least 1 or 2 days every single week that is untracked or partially tracked, there's your answer right there.
Here's another aspect of that. If your daily choices are so all over the place that you can't look at what you ate the day before and get an idea, that is an area where you can become more efficient. You can improve.
Yes.
The easiest way to be consistent with what you eat is to eat generally the same thing most of the time. Pro tip.
Boom. And that's another reason.
That's why I'm not tracking, because I literally eat the same. Literally, I take that to the extreme. I eat the same thing every day.
Bodybuilders do that.
Right.
It also makes everything much more accurate. If you're changing the menu constantly, if something's off, you're likely not going to notice. But if day to day, week to week, as I reduce my macros, as I reduce my fat, as I'm getting closer to show, if I change the foods could have a little bit different amount of fat, and then I could completely negate what I just shifted or what the macro change that I just made.
Right.
10 grams of fat is not that much, y'all. It's 1 tablespoon of oil or butter. So if you do the math on that and you're off just a little bit, you may not have actually cut any further. So this is why bodybuilders stick with the same foods in a prep in particular, because I can pretty much guarantee, even if the numbers aren't perfectly accurate, I can guarantee that I'm actually cutting because I just changed the amount of the exact same food.
Yep.
So, but all that to say, I went back yesterday and I estimated what I ate. Y'all, it was so much more than what I had been eating on a day-to-day basis. It was a pretty big refeed day.
You just needed a refeed, though. Obviously, that's what your body needed.
And I'm up 1.5 pounds on the scale today. And guess what I'm not doing? Choosing not to look, choosing not to even estimate, and explaining why it shouldn't be that way. That's what we see all the time. We explaining why it shouldn't be that way when I'm not even looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, well, I didn't really eat that much at the meetup. Well, yeah, it was just more at one meal, but I ate less during my breakfast, but I didn't eat after 7 o'clock at night. But this is you trying to justify why the scale shouldn't be making the decision to be higher. The scale didn't make any decisions. You made decisions yesterday you now don't want to be accountable to today, and the scale is telling you the truth.
Right. The scale doesn't lie.
It's not a human with a brain. It can't choose to lie.
The scale is not a liar, guys. I know that's the message you hear. The scale lies. Don't get on the scale. Don't believe the scale.
Bullshit.
Believe the scale. I've said the scale lies, but the scale only lies.
If you believe the scale, you would make a lot more progress.
Okay.
All right.
What you just said, because you said something the other day, summing up everything that we just talked about, hips don't lie. Is your butt bigger than your why?
Yes.
Right? And that is, if you know what your why is, we talk about it all the time. Every time you make a butt that's bigger than your why, that tells me you need to go back and keep working on your why.
You're more committed to staying where you are than the results you say you want.
Yep.
And just for the record, my butt is bigger than everybody's why.
No comment. Can we talk about this one? Wait, I didn't talk to you about this ahead of time.
This one?
Yeah. This is more science training. This is more about training.
Sure. Do we have enough time? We're at 52 minutes right now.
Oh, we don't have 50. Okay, maybe next week.
Save that for next week.
Save it for next week.
Because that's going to be dense.
Okay, so we'll save these all for next week. This is another one I like.
We can get into all the sciencey stuff next week. The distance. Ooh, okay, yeah. Well, why don't we wrap up with that one?
Want to wrap up with that one? Okay, you want to read it?
Yes. The distance between where you are and where you're going doesn't change. The time it takes to get there is up to you.
Ooh.
I think that's the perfect summary because all the buts, all the excuses, all the justifications.
They're road stops. They're pit stops along the way. They're
making it take longer than it needs to take.
And I was thinking about this looking at my GPS earlier this week. Because it gives you the alternate route.
Yes.
And it's like, it's going to take you 9 minutes or it's going to take you 12 minutes or whatever, right? Or there's an accident over here. And I was thinking about, life is the same way. Where I am to where I'm going, it's those are points. Those are two solid points. It's point A and point B. In some things in life, I've gone ping. Right
Which
there.
way you decide to go to get there is up
and
to
other
you.
things, I've gone.
Oh, we were having the toll conversation.
We did that yesterday. That was a great example.
Oh my God, that's a perfect analogy.
Right? Are you
willing to pay the toll?
Are you paying tolls because you're going fast? Are you willing to pay the price to get there faster?
That's it.
Or are you going to take forever to try to avoid the cost of the change?
Ooh.
That's a fantastic example.
We cannot finish without
that is
some
a fantastic
poetry.
Example.
Ooh,
it's going to cost you something. It's either going to cost you. How do we put this?
Well, there's
the intensity of the change, the the level of commitment you put into the change is going to get you there faster than trying to avoid it. Then you're going to, you still have to go through the change.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just going to take you longer and more, it's going to cost you more time.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's, are you willing to pay the tolls?
Put a fork in us. We are done.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, let me get comments real quick. You got any comments on yours?
No, but I got Luis. Just joined. What up, Luis? Villasenor.
Oh, I haven't seen that name in a while.
I know. Well, I saw him in my inbox today. I just got his email.
Oh, really?
It was a great email, by the way, Luis, about Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Why are they so lean in Japan?
They're lean?
He outlined like 7 different things that they do differently culturally over there.
Oh, well, besides walk everywhere.
Walking was a big one.
Walking and biking everywhere.
Yep.
Everything's walking and biking.
But also not having all the junk convenience.
Well, don't they have a law that you have to be a certain, or is that China? No, I think it's Japan. They have a law that you're not allowed to get over a certain BMI or a certain weight or something like that.
Really?
For health insurance or something like that. I remember reading something like they have a thing where it's like
now
you have to be
sparking my interest. Yeah. I'm do a little research in there.
All right, let's see. We got any comments? Oh my gosh, so many comments. Thanks,
lots
guys.
Lots of comments. Do we have any questions?
That's what I'm looking at. I don't see any questions. The only question we got was about the magnesium. But everybody's chatting. I love seeing everybody chat. Everybody's friends.
Blown about something.
Everybody's friends in the groups.
I know they're chit chatting. I love it.
Everybody loves keto brains. Amy loves cornhole.
Porking good.
How does Dustin remember Stella got a dude back more than I do? I don't have a black card.
Hold on. Oh, he said Porking Good keeps ignoring his request for hot mustard, but he can come out with all the sweet flavors. I think they need to do a maple
FYI,
bacon.
Karen did the homemade pork rinds, which you're now going to start doing.
Yes.
Because I'm asking you to.
Because I want to.
And we're going to order all the Porking Good seasonings, and we can make our own white cheddar and nacho cheese.
I might make my own seasonings. We'll see.
Nope. Porking Good seasonings. White cheddar all day long.
See, I don't do it because so many of them have dairy in them.
For me.
Okay, I'll make the sweet ones for me, and you don't get any.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. People agreeing with you
on something
about everything.
Oh, all the physics stuff.
A lot of comments about stuff. No questions. Jennifer says, a well-known quote attributed to Socrates: "It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable."
Ooh.
That is awesome. A lot of people talking about how listening to you and being in KBA has changed their life.
That's what I'm here to do. I'll be posting some pictures from yesterday. We had some great pics of my KBA ladies in the group.
I take pictures of all my food. My daughters always say the phone eats first.
Yes.
I love it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Same here.
And then she also
said, that's a great tip. That is a great tip.
She also said, put all my foods in the tracker before I eat it.
And for those of you who meal prep this is a great tip for those who meal prep throughout the week and stick to your meal prep, but you have an event. You have an evening event you might go to on a weeknight. You have your weekends where things go crazy, the kids, the schedules. You're not eating on your regular schedule. You're not eating your meal prep. You do things differently on the weekends and you get busy and then you don't end up tracking it. Take pictures. If it's a day or an evening event or somewhere you go where your food is different than it normally is, and you think you might have a difficulty remembering later, take pictures. This is why I say you literally never have an excuse to not hit your macros.
At a minimum, you are seeking something.
If you have macros because you have a goal that you're working toward, anybody who has macro targets has them for a reason because you're working towards something. So stop giving yourself an out.
Don't they have apps now too where you can take a picture of food
and it will
estimate how much it is for you, so you don't even have to guess?
Yep.
Like, yeah. And if you're not comfortable, the picture thing is fantastic, because if you're not comfortable being in a black tie event for work or some whatever, pulling out a scale at the table, some benefit you may go to or some wedding or whatever it may be, then just take a picture of it.
Take a picture of it.
And then
if you
when
have
you get in
no
the car,
idea
when you get home, whatever,
how to estimate it, which if you've been working with us, you should have some idea of how to estimate it. Well, this brings up another whole thing. If you've been tracking for years and you still don't know how to estimate food, this is another thing. Just like
awareness, it's another
tracking
level of
without
awareness.
looking. Like, you should know at this point what a 5-6 ounce piece of meat looks like. How many times have you weighed that out? You should be able to put it on the scale, guess what it's going to be, look at the amount, and be like, "Ooh, I nailed it."
How many times do I like to grab a hunk of meat and be like, I think this is where I'm like,
hell yeah, right? Yes. What are you tracking for?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, if you're not learning from, your tracking is a textbook to how you should live your life.
And if you want to ever be able to maintain your results or get results without tracking, you need to learn how to eyeball quantities.
The only way you're ever going to be free from tracking, for those of you who are, it's too stressful, if you feel like it's a stress and it's an overhead and it's not good, do it so that you can learn how to live without doing it. That's the key to tracking. The key to tracking is to use it as a tool to be so aware of everything that you do that you can look at something and go, that's about 4 ounces of whatever. That's about, like, you should be able to eyeball food and have a general idea of what you're actually doing.
So if you are out and about and you have this meal somewhere and you're not sure what it is and you have a coach or you're in the academy, take a picture of it, post it, and say, "Hey, can somebody help me estimate this? Coach, can you
make it a game? Try to estimate it yourself. When you're putting your food in, when you're prepping, here's another little trick, because I've done this. Try to do all of your meal separation and portioning without weighing it, and then check it. Like, I think this is this much, and then be like, take this out, put it on the thing. Oh man, I was off by an ounce, but then you start getting an idea and a feel for what things look like. And then here's another level. Be very aware what different meat, especially, be very aware what meat looks like raw and what it looks like cooked.
Yes.
So you can look at something raw and say, I think that's about 8 ounces. And you can look at something cooked and say, I think that's about 8 ounces. If it looks about 8 ounces cooked, what does that look like? It's going to look different than when it's raw.
Yep.
Right?
Ooh, and here's another way that people lie to themselves. If you go out to eat and you track not at a restaurant where you know what it is, but let's say you go to an event or something, and you pick up, it's a perfect example. Yesterday, the tri-tip had a nice fat cap on it, right? So today when I was estimating it in Cronometer, I looked for an entry that said lean and fat. I made sure it had a higher fat grams compared to the ones that said lean only, because I would be lying to myself if I chose that entry.
Yeah.
These are other little ways that you might try to. The question is, what are you trying to get away with?
Because it's not helping.
Because maybe you don't want your coach to see that, but your body saw it. You still ate it. Your body still did something with it. It doesn't make sense to lie to yourself or lie to your coach afterwards. Now, I, as your coach, would probably end up cutting more fat out of your diet because you told me you ate this much based on your tracking. But if in fact you were lying about things and picking different entries that made you feel better about everything, and I think you ate less fat and you're not losing body fat, guess what? Your reward is now that you get a lower fat macro. Now you have to cut back even more.
We're just going to keep going.
I'm only getting a little passionate about this.
We're just going to keep going. Some of our clients and some of the people we've dealt with, some of you guys listening potentially, have a parent-child relationship with your coach, not an adult advisor counselor relationship with your coach.
Oh, that's so it.
You're looking at your coach as if they were your parent, and you're going to get in trouble, and you don't want them to find out you did something wrong. When it should be, I need to be as transparent as possible with my advisor, because my life will not get better unless they can work and advise me off of what's actually going on. Right? Think of your life, your health, your body as a business.
Yes.
Are you the CEO of your body who's hired an advisor to help you build your business?
Literally what I say we do in the academy.
Right?
That's what we do.
Or are you
CEO,
a child
advisory board
who has no control or no ability to make decisions on their own, who's just looking for someone to tell them what to do?
And looking for praise from
Right?
mom or dad.
You're not.
Tell me I did good, Mom. Tell me I did good.
We're not there to make you feel good. We're there to help you build yourself up. And when you're doing things trying to make us proud, you are hurting yourself.
Do things to make yourself proud. Do things that get the results you want, and then be proud of the results you got.
Yes. We're going to be proud when you get to where you say you want to go.
We're more proud when we see you not making excuses.
Yes.
We are more proud when you fall on your sword and you tell us what you did wrong. I'm sure I know Rob was incredibly proud of Greg.
Yeah.
For being honest and then being willing to be transparent and use that to help others.
Yep. Yep.
It's not helping anyone for you to sugarcoat, hide, gloss over, sweep it under the rug, or straight up lie.
Yeah.
That's not helping you.
I'm not everyone will get this if you're under 40, maybe, but I think back to the Family Circus cartoon and the Not Me ghost. Remember Not Me? Anytime one of the kids got in trouble, it was Not Me, and then they would show a ghost off on the side with Not Me on it.
Oh, that's funny.
Right? Like, wasn't me. And that's what a lot of you guys, how you engage with your coaches.
Yeah.
You, like, if you have kids, think about your relationship with your kids, and that's not what we want to be. Because here's the deal.
We're not here to be disciplinarians.
Oh, here's the deal. You know the difference?
What?
Parents are responsible for their kids. CEOs are responsible for their business. Do you want to be a CEO or do you want to be a child? That's really, we don't want to be, our job isn't to be responsible for you.
I'm not responsible for you. I'm going to get my results.
Yeah. All right.
And if I don't, I have one person to blame.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, fam.
I
think we gave you enough of an earful today.
Yeah, that was a lot. I guess we had some stuff to get out.
Do we have a winner today?
I don't know if we have a winner.
We definitely didn't get any questions.
We got a lot of engagement.
Have a lot of chat.
I love the chatter, guys. Thank you very much. I don't think we have a winner this week. We don't have to have a winner every week, I don't think.
No,
right?
I don't think so either. I like the chat, though.
John asked about my Keto Diet Summit talk recording. It was I don't remember if I did that one as an interview or a talk, but it's recorded either way. So if you signed up for the Keto Diet Summit, obviously you'll be able to get to it. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one that was. I think that might have been the interview I did with Dory.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't see Mama Nat. You are not Mama Nat.
Nope.
Preach it.
All right, this is a little tough love as usual.
Yep.
All right, I think we will skip this week, and next week when we get into scientific concepts, We might get some questions.
I don't know if scientific is the right word,
Everything
but more.
You do is scientific.
Yeah, next week on our list is we want to talk about adaptations, the changes that happen in our body. We'll talk about that a little bit, and then also why is muscle important.
Ooh.
I got a bunch of items to go through on that one.
Fun.
So, all right.
All right, fam. See y'all next week.
See you guys next week. Thanks, Keto Brains.